Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to whatever fucking week this is. That was a terrible intro. What's going on in game, Steven?
So we were just discussing whether or not djWHEAT had some books that he could use to help him in this task, and it turns out that the books come from the inquisitive descriptor, not from the impulsive descriptor. So you're gonna have to rely on your impulsivity and just try to stop the bleeding any way you can.
What Steven said in a really nice way is that djWHEAT doesn't know how to fucking read. So this 2-column format, the book was actually difficult, and I totally misread the whole thing.
And therefore, no use for books at all.
There you go. But I'm as impulsive as I am. I'm like, fuck the books, and I just immediately go.
Yeah. So you're trying to heal. The difficulty of healing is according to the amount of hit points you're trying to heal.
Okay.
So how many HP are you trying to restore?
I would like to restore a moderate amount. I would like to restore enough that this person will not die, if possible.
You think that's probably going to be challenging. So you'd probably have to try and restore 4 hit points.
Okay.
Which will be a challenge.
If it is challenging,
number of 12.
Then I will go for it.
Roll that 1.
9.
Oh man, brutal. All right, you do your very best, but this creature's lifeblood seeps out over your fingers, and the others come around, and they all start sort of crooning and going, ooh. And like the blue face comes over and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, and he looks very sad.
Single tear.
Yeah. He looks moved by your display of emotion, and he stands up and he sort of like babbles something incoherent, and he points at the dead corpses of the guys with red paint on them, and he points at the synth curtain with the red paint on it.
Is he point like he wants me to go there?
Are you going to try and start walking in that direction?
No,
yeah.
Okay. No. You start walking in that direction.
I stop. I grab her shoulder and stop it from happening.
Okay. He actually, like, Blueface runs over in front of you, and he holds up his hands. He goes, Makalak, Makalakalak, Maklak. And then he sort of moves over towards the other side where there's this other sort of open hallway, and he's like actually beckoning you and sort of encouraging you to come this way. And all of a sudden, all the others sort of go over next to Blueface, and they start beckoning you, and they're like,
Hey.
Come this way, come this way. Yes.
I look at Pocket and I'm like, I don't know. Are we doing this?
I simply say, after you.
I go.
All right.
All right. So, yes.
Sorry.
Makalakalak, or Blueface, as he is more colloquially known, he beckons you to come down the hallway with him. And as you approach the hallway, it stinks. It smells like rotten meat and like body odor. It's just an awful stench that's wafting out of this dimly lit red hallway. And these pale, like, flabby creatures with their white bodies and their lack of eyes are just like sort of all like faces turned towards you, and their teeth are just like sharp, and their mouths are kind of drool covered, and they have like really long fingernails, and they're all hunched over, and they sort of like stop at the edge, and they're like gesture you into the hole.
Yeah, I walk into the hole.
Sure.
Okay, sounds like
legit.
a good plan. Seems legit. So they all follow you into the hole, and the passageway twists and turns, and you walk for like 15 or 20 minutes going down this hallway, and there's a couple points at which there is sort of another like elevator shaft, and many of these creatures have actually built like platforms and planks of, either iron girders or pieces of like synth plastic that are placed down in order to create sort of makeshift ramps and staircases that these guys sort of scramble up and down on all fours. You pass like you smell this other sickly sweet stench that comes wafting out of this side passageway, and looking in through the light of your hedge magic, you can actually see like a large, what looks to be some kind of a breeding chamber where there are dozens of female creatures that lie gravid with childbirth. And you even sort of pass another room that looks kind of like almost a kitchen of sorts. And there are actually there are these same creatures captive in cages, and there's like a large iron table where one of the blue painted creatures has a wrist mounted force blade that he's just like hacking up the bodies of these other creatures that have red paint on them. And he occasionally stops to like take some sort of rending bite out of one of the limbs that he's been hacking apart.
Delicious.
Yeah. And he sort of like stops as you pass, and his eyeless face follows you as you walk down the hallway. And you sort of come into this larger chamber where there's like a whole bunch of little sort of nooks and crannies where these creatures have piled sort of like soft pieces of fabric, or like piles of, like, it seems like maybe they're sleeping in refuse, right? And
are any of them talking to each other as they're walking down? Like, are they grunting and making noise at each other as they're walking down?
Yes, they are kind of like grunting at each other and sort of pointing to the sides. One of them sort of peels off into the kitchen area and picks up a leg and starts devouring. Yeah.
Can I get a decipher roll to see if I can try to figure out anything of what they're like, any gist of what's going on?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, might as well try to figure out what is happening.
This would be challenging.
Not a clue.
No, you don't know what's going on, unfortunately. They lead you into the entryway, and yeah, like there's a whole bunch of them that come like scurrying out of the woodwork, and they all sort of gather around you, and they're all like hunched over and like reaching and pawing at your legs, like and Blueface sort of turns around and he goes, "Haka daka daka rahadada." He just sort of spits out some nonsense that you're incapable of understanding. And all of a sudden you hear this other sort of like siren sound go, wow, wow, wow. And the red lights that are like in the ceiling, mounted in the ceiling, start flashing brighter and dimmer. And all of the creatures that are around you go scurrying away, except for like the 3 that are still around you. And like from holes in the ceiling, you see another like maybe dozen or so of these creatures come scurrying out and clambering down, and then they like sort of just red-faced, and they release their hold on the ceiling, and they all drop down to the floor. And one of them he slams down his arm, and a wicked long force blade comes out of a wrist, sort of apparatus that he's got on him, and he sort of like bares his teeth and just hisses, and they just like leap forwards. It looks like all of them are sort of trying to kill Blueface, actually. So
I'm going
let me get initiative rolls before anything else.
Is this a speed roll?
Yeah.
So we just roll a d20?
Yeah. And you can apply effort in order to improve your chances here, of course.
You probably want to apply effort.
No, actually, what do I have? Like, because I'm impulsive.
You're trained in initiative, so that reduces the difficulty.
Oh.
Well, he rolled a 4, so he's going to need a reduction.
So, Bleen Pocket, and then AAA and Amelia.
Is there like is there paint or like is this stuff on their faces that's signifying red and blue face? Is it like a part of their skin, or is this something that's applied after the fact?
It does look like it's something that's applied after the fact. In fact, gazing around the room here, like this sleeping area, it looks like there are some like sort of strange blue fungal fruits that are sort of half eaten and also like burst open and spilling some sort of almost neon blue colored liquid
There's
on
no
the
red?
ground nearby.
So we could
There's
take
no
some
red.
and put it on our face.
There's no red here. So Bleen and Pocket, you get to act before the monsters, and AAA and Amelia, you have to act after the monsters.
Okay.
So basically, you're asking us what
Keeping
we
the
wanna do.
nanos down. We see how
Yeah,
it is.
Bleen and Pocket, what would you like to do? All of these guys that have dropped down from the ceiling, they're all within an immediate distance from you. So you can move to them and attack them at the same time.
Pocket.
Oh well, I stand in front of Blueface and pull out my bow and fire at the closest one.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make your attack. Now, this is pretty challenging. These guys, they're quick, they're lithe, they're clearly ready for combat. So, it's up to you whether you want to spend it. 17. Dude,
I like
damn,
how
son.
Steven is just like, you could spin. Oh, you already rolled? Shit.
It's pretty hard, you guys. I don't know if you're going to make it. Oh, no, you did. Okay, now that's actually like, I think, +1 damage.
Yes.
Let me double check this. Basic mechanics.
Yeah, 18's plus
17
2.
is +1. Yep, you deal +1 damage. So this is a medium weapon, right? Your bow?
Mm-hmm.
So it would normally be 5 damage, but it's actually, or no, it'd normally be 4 damage, but it's actually 5 damage. Okay, so let's see. There's 7 of these guys around here. And 3 of them engage the 3 blue warriors, and 4 of them are engaging you guys. So really, there's only 4 you need to worry about. So,
But I
Okay.
did it count that I stepped in front of Blueface? So technically, I'm with them.
yes, Blueface is not engaged.
Cool.
There are 3 blue warriors who are engaging 3 red warriors, and there are 4 red warriors who are engaging the 4 of you. So you did, what, 5 damage?
Yes.
That's not bad at all. All right, your arrow goes like spinning into his stomach, and it comes squirting out the other side with a spray of ichor out the back. He shrieks as he falls forwards, stumbling in your direction. Pocket, what do you want to do? No, that was Pocket. Bleen, what do you want to do? Is it more Pound Town time?
I think so.
All right.
But instead,
Oh,
it's going to be like a clothesline. We're taking him to the clothesline. I'm just going to like turn and just go like that to one that's like flying by me
With your tentacle?
with the tentacle. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck 5.
Clothesline tentacle.
5
Fail.
is not good enough. All right, you try to clothesline this guy, but he's actually like so low to the ground that you
Sure.
just completely miss.
Okay.
Now, actually, I should remember it's dim lighting, so it's actually all challenges are modified 1 step in the defender's favor. So these 4 guys, they come approaching you, and they don't actually have this mitigation because they don't need to see. So Bleen, you get 1, Pocket gets 1, AAA gets 1, and Amelia gets 1. And so Bleen, the one with the force blade, comes straight for you because he sees that you've got this tentacle, or he intuits that you have this tentacle that he sees as a major threat. So he stabs his force blade in your direction. Go ahead and make your speed defense.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I would like an XP to reroll that. Fucking 20.
Awesome.
Opposite of what I did.
Nice. Okay,
Very nice.
you just like straight up like time stops and you just like step aside and he goes like sprawling past you. Pocket, one sort of like stands off away from you. It's actually the one that you shot. He straightens himself up, he puts his hand to his head, and he unleashes this blast of psychic force that rockets through your skull. This is an intellect defense task. And it's challenging.
I have intellect defense as an ability.
Oh, nice. Okay. So rather than being hard, it's actually just challenging. So If you would like to spend points, go for it.
I also have edge +1 and intellect. Does that matter in this case?
You can spend effort for cheaper if you want to. But other than that, it doesn't help you.
Do I still have my armor on, by the way?
It has not been an hour yet. You've still got
Then I won't worry about it. I'm just going to roll.
Okay. 13. That is a no, wait. You said you're trained in intellect defense, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that is a success. You steel your mind and you shrug off the impact from this psychic blast. AAA and Amelia, the creatures just go leaping at you without any regard for personal safety or decorum. They just go jumping and biting with their serrated teeth. Would each of you give me a defense roll?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for Chomper too?
No, it's only AAA and Amelia who are getting attacked. So both of you take a large creature straight to the face, and it just both of them just rend straight into your shoulders or arms or whatever you've thrown in the way to try and defend yourself. And each of you takes 4 damage from the attacks.
Jesus.
All right. So when I get down to no might, then I have to be impaired, right?
Oh no! Are you at 0 might?
I'm not there yet. I'm not there, but I'm very close. I'm 1
Okay.
might right now.
When you are at 0 might, you are impaired, and let me tell you what that does. Jesper, get off of that book.
Let us tell you, just in case it happens to happen here in the first episode, Maggie,
He looks so
That's
hurt.
probably
I
gonna happen.
pushed Jesper off of the book, and he looks so hurt. He's like, "Why would you do that to me?"
He's trying to learn through osmosis.
Yeah, but osmosis. So damage track 93. Let's see here. Okay, so impaired is a wounded or injured state. When impaired character applies effort, it costs 1 extra point per level applied. For example, applying 1 level of effort costs 4 points instead of 3, etc. An impaired character ignores minor and major effect results on his rolls, and he doesn't deal as much extra damage in combat with a special roll. A roll of 17 or higher only deals 1 extra point of damage. That's what happens when you're impaired. Okay, AAA. What's yo strategy here?
All right. Oh man, now that I'm all effed up, I guess I
You got this creature
will
in front of you, slavering in your
try
face.
I'll probably try to use my whip on the creature in front of me. Have
Okay.
chompers come and help me, protect me. We'll see
Yeah.
how this goes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
18,
very
15.
nice.
Crush
2
it.
successes. Excellent. So go ahead. So you deal. How long does your shape flesh last?
It only lasts 10 minutes,
10
but
minutes.
I never
Okay.
got it. Sculpt flesh didn't work. Remember? I
Well,
tried to use
it actually did work because when you're applying a beneficial effect to an ally that's willing, you don't actually have to roll. But it's run out by now. It's been more than 10 minutes. So your chomper does 2 damage, and you deal 2 damage as well. So yeah, you fight back fiercely, but these creatures they're clearly quite fierce. One-on-one, you're not certain that you have a chance, that you have an even chance of success against these guys. They're wiry, they're lithe, they clearly are experienced at devouring creatures that are actively resisting them. Amelia, what do you want to do? djWHEAT.
Yes,
djWHEAT
yes. So Pocket already did damage to his.
Yeah, there's one that's standing a little ways off from Pocket who's got an arrow sticking out of its gut.
And I can see him.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I choose to onslaught.
Okay, cool. You fire up an onslaught. So that's an intellect task.
For such a devastating sounding ability, it doesn't really do all that much.
Are you using your mental ability or your physical ability?
The only thing I get from the physical ability is that it ignores armor.
No,
right?
the mental ability ignores armor, but it deals 2 points of damage. Physical ability deals 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I
And
want
is
to.
18 a crit, by the way?
I want a physical.
No, you're right. Triple A.
Oh.
18 is a crit, so you
Plus
actually
2.
deal 3
2
extra damage
Oh,
with
3.
Or is it
that.
3?
Two extra damage.
Okay.
2.
So yeah, I'll make note of that. It's done.
Okay.
What are you doing, Wheat?
Oh.
Oh my god, how many ones have you
Oh
rolled
my
today?
God.
Wheat, don't you have
Amelia.
XP? Wheat, you have XP. I'm just
Did you
saying.
already use it?
No. Maggie used
Oh, no,
hers.
that was
I've
I
Maggie.
used mine. I used mine.
Do you want to
Oh,
re-roll
And then I
that,
rolled a 1.
Fuck
Amelia?
my life.
Lovely.
Yeah, you know what? I want to re-roll because I feel like in this game system, I need to learn real early that I should not spend XP to re-roll. So I'm spending that XP only to probably get another fucking 1. All right, I'm okay with that.
You know,
I'm
actually,
okay with it.
re-rolling by spending XP, you get to choose the better of the 2 re-rolls. You don't just
okay.
take
You don't
the
just
second.
take the second.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I'll take the 16, Steven.
All right,
Thanks.
I think that's a good choice. You succeed with your onslaught ability. Would you like to spend effort in order to increase the damage you deal?
Oh, you don't want the
And
1 wheat?
It would be intellect, right?
Yeah, you would spend 3 intellect points, or I guess 2 because you have one.
2.
And you would
better
deal plus 3
fucking
damage.
believe that I'm gonna expend effort to do that.
That
Whatever.
makes you deal a total of 7 damage.
Yes.
And your ray of force goes blasting across the room, and it
Damn.
just explodes this guy's head. And the organic material of his head goes flying in all directions. And you see there's actually like a big clump of metal with like little filigreed wires that are like sort of exploring throughout his skull as his body topples to the ground and collapses.
Is there
So-
blood red? Is there organic matter red?
It's so dim you can't actually really tell what color their bodily fluids are.
Okay.
Excellent. So, Bleen and Pocket, we're back to you two.
Go ahead, Pocket.
The one that you just shot in the gut has been exploded.
Man, I first have to have a witty comment, something along the lines of, "Now that's a psychic blast." I don't know. Something. Then I turn my attention to the one that AAA was messing with, because that one's
Yeah.
hurt. Yes, yeah,
Sure.
and unleash the bow as well on that one.
Awesome. You gonna spend any effort?
Unleash the bow.
No, no.
Okay, it's quite hard. All right, Pocket, your arrow goes flying off into the darkness. You misjudged the distance as a result of the dim lighting, and your arrow flew wide. Bleen?
What are these creatures using as their main attack?
The one that's attacking you has actually it has like a blade of plasma or force or energy or something.
So they're
coming
not biting
off of its
us.
right arm.
They're using weapons.
They're using
The
claws and
ones-
stuff, but he
The ones
has
on
like
AAA and Amelia are biting, but the one in front of you has actually this blade of force on its arm.
Okay, so I have a major move. What does that mean? Anything to you? Where I can strike a
No.
body part and it's not usable for 1 minute on an enemy target?
Is that something you get to do just as an active ability? Blah, 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 blah.
I have a minor, which is a trip, and then I have a major, which is this.
Oh, that's if you roll like a crit.
Oh, okay.
You can choose to do that when you crit. When you
Okay.
get a 19 or a 20, you can do your major. On a 17 or 18, you can do the minor.
Okay, I'll just attack this guy then.
All right, cool.
Fuck.
Gonna spend any effort?
Well,
All right, it's
no.
too late. What are you like swinging with your tentacle? You're like Cthulhuing.
Sure.
Okay, so
I mean, you can make it up. I basically like farted is what actually
Bleen,
happened.
go ahead and take 1 XP and distribute 1 XP to your friend as this guy with this force sword, he like grabs your tentacle as you strike with a tentacle foo, and he just like uses your force against you and pulls you straight to the ground, and you slam against the cold steel of the floor.
Do I give XP to
he
someone
touched
else?
your tentacle.
Yes.
You know, I was pretty proud of my acolyte, Amelia Braxton, with his latest attack, so I'm going to give him that XP.
Awesome.
Bird.
While I'm lying on my ass on the ground. How much damage did you say I take?
You don't take any damage from that. He just like threw you prone.
Oh, so I have to spend an action to stand up?
Yes.
Okay.
And they get an asset to attacking you because you're prone on the ground.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So he immediately draws back with this force sword and he stabs it down towards you as you're lying on the ground. Go ahead and take your speed defense in order to try and avoid this.
18.
Damn, son. I was just going to be like, you should
Wow.
definitely spend points because blah, 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 blah. No. Fuck. You roll out of the way and this force blade that's penetrates into the ground a couple of inches, shearing straight through the steel. So it's clear that this thing has some serious power behind it. But you are out of danger in the immediate time frame. Now, AAA and Amelia, you've both got these things that are just grappled onto you, tearing at your flesh with their teeth. Both of them make another bite, and each of you gets the opportunity to try and avoid.
Oh God, please let me avoid. Yay!
Oh, that's quite solid. You
I'll try
avoid
that too.
AAA.
Oh, please let me avoid. Oh,
It works. It's super effective.
There you go. Pleading to the dice gods is the way to.
All right, Jesus.
yes.
Yeah. So you both completely dodge the damage that's incoming. Was it AAA who had the one who was hurt? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so AAA, the one in front of you, has taken some serious damage from a couple of attacks, and Amelia, the one that's on you, is totally full health, no problems whatsoever. You look around you, and it looks like the blue gang are trying desperately to fight off these others. It's just little balls of battles happening sort of all around you as these creatures sort of tear and fight off each other. One of the blue guys you're with actually has a force sword on his wrist as well.
Okay. Can I attack? Can we attack again?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna use Skull Flesh on again because it's down.
Okay, cool.
My buddy.
So you
Chomper.
touch Chomper,
Mhm.
and you infuse his flesh with sculpt flesh. Now, is that a 2 intellect cost ability, or is it 1?
Oh yeah,
Pretty
that's
sure
in
it's
the.
I think every new Estoteri
Sculpt
is
flesh is 2 intellect points. Yeah, so that costs you
Okay.
1 intellect point. So spend 1 intellect point,
Okay.
and your Skeksis, what is it called? Seski? Your
Seski.
Seski's claws and teeth grow to massive lengths, and he goes roaring forwards with a
And he doesn't. failed.
and the creature that's clawing at you just flips around, and Chomper flies straight past him. AAA, no, Amelia, sorry, what are you doing?
You know what? You know what I'm doing, Steven?
Oh God.
I struggling with this thing. I grab in my little pouch and I take out my time dilation nodule
Oh ho ho ho!
and I slap that motherfucker on my rapier and
Yeah.
I go after this thing.
Awesome. So can you
So-
tell me what the time dilation nodule looks like?
Yes, what it looks like?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a rapidly forming and reforming shape shifting cluster of purple and pink crystals similar to the shade that JP's heated tentacle glove is, and to activate it you simply affix it to a weapon.
Awesome.
And for the
So,
next 28 hours the attacker
Wow.
moves at almost instantaneous speeds when she swings the weapon, modifying her attacks by
That's
2
so
steps
OP.
in her favor.
Wow.
Awesome.
You got a fucking good one.
So you slap this time dilation nodule onto your rapier, and then you go for the attack. So go
Yes.
ahead and roll.
Very nice. Not so
No,
nice.
Amelia.
You know what? I'm gonna use my XP.
Okay.
The one other XP gone.
Ah.
It goes down 2 steps though, right? It's
Yeah.
easy for me.
Do you
Oh,
want to
that's a
spend
6.
effort?
What level was that you had? It's level 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says level 6.
if
I'll let you spend effort if you'd like to.
is it effort, but it's from my might, right?
Yes.
And I would spend 3 points,
Yes.
and then I would be at 0.
Yes.
So I'm not.
All right.
And I
so
hope
you
that I get to use my fucking sword again in the next 28 hours.
You move almost instantaneously, but your instantaneous movements are simply just not accurate enough for you to hit these.
Ah! He just like missed completely.
Cool. So Bleen and Pocket, you just see like you see Amelia start moving like super speed, boop, 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 but you know, she's just not skilled.
I'm
at
impressed
any
with
kind
my
of food.
acolyte, but you know they could do better.
Cthulhu or anything else.
They could do better.
What are you guys doing?
Go ahead, Pocket.
I take another shot at the same wounded guy.
Yeah, cool.
Come on.